Surprise! There you go. I never noticed before that it says surprises galore right before we go on. It's Monday night. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. That means it's time for SideKick Power Hour. Y'all, we have been doing this for 50 weeks. Not 50 weeks. We're coming up on a whole year of SideKick Power Hour. We're able to do that because you guys are so awesome out there and helping out whenever you can. Thank you so much for that. And we couldn't do any of it, of course, without our very own Joshua R. Pangborn. Let's bring him in. Hi, Josh.
Hi, Nakia, and hi, everyone out there in Cyberland.
In Cyberland, yes. It is our 50th episode. A lot of really fun stuff on the show tonight. Could you tell us a little bit about what we're in store for?
Absolutely. Well, we're obviously going to be watching Demon Doctor tonight. Tonight is the big episode. It's where I blew Demon Doctor up into a whole new show. So all those two weeks of episodes, and then it's a brand new show after that. So whoa. We're also going to be talking about Skeleton Crew and the musical episode. We're going to have a very, very, very special guest. Zee Machine is here tonight. We're going to be talking about a new music video that they just put out. And also tonight, we just want to mention that it is International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia, and Interphobia and Aphobia, which often gets left off when people talk about this day. So I think it is important to add those as well. But today is just a day to remember that these things are bad. And I know that sounds very reductive and simplistic, but it's true. These things are very bad. And this is a day that we want to rally against these kinds of behaviors and beliefs and attitudes.
Absolutely. I love that you always are reminding us with these little graphics and stuff, because I had completely missed this one today, so thank you for that. I know our audience loves it as well. We do have a very special guest for y'all tonight. I'm really, really excited that they could be here with us. The first time on the SideKick Power Hour, hopefully not the last, but let's bring him in right now. Everybody, welcome to the show, Zee Machine.
Hello. Ooh, hopefully not the last. Ooh, I like that. Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. It's so good to be here.
Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about who you are and what got you to where you are right at this moment.
I'm a singer, songwriter, guitar player, overall. Can I swear on the show?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Bitch. I don't know what you want to say. I grew up overseas. I graduated from music school. I mostly focus on Zee Machine is my artist project. A lot of people think it's a band. I just want to clarify that it's me. And I've been West Coast based for a while now. I've been in San Francisco for the pandemic, but I'm actually moving back to LA next week. Spent most of the last 3 years just writing, recording, gigging for this project, and it's led me to you guys, and I'm so happy to be here.
That's awesome. Well, we're so glad it did. I first got tipped off to you through some TikToks that people were sending me. You do great TikToks, and that's there's so many amazing, talented people who are doing stuff on TikTok, and it's really hard to stick out there already. And you're doing a great job of that with the music that you're writing and the content that you're putting out. It's super, super cool and very, very fun. I mean, there's something. Just immediately when you're watching those TikToks that you're making that just make, you kind of feel like, oh, I'm happy to be here,
Oh, thank you. That's good to hear, just because TikTok has been an amazing tool to help grow my audience over the last few months. Like it's insane. Like last November, I think I had 2,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and a couple months ago I had 30,000.
That's amazing.
Wow. So, but also the algorithm really treats your audience weird, and sometimes your views are crazy, sometimes they're non-existent, so it messes with your head. So to hear that you're getting that kind of experience is very it's a relief and it's heartwarming. So thank you.
Well, so much of that is in due to part to the amazing music that you write and perform and record and put out. Tell us a little bit about what inspires that music.
Honestly, being queer and doing music feels like my superpower, as weird as that might sound. I was never really that cool in school. I feel like everybody says that. I was definitely not good in class, but music was just something that came naturally to me. And so as I kind of grew up and kind of became more of a fully formed queer adult, and it just felt natural to put that energy and that skill into music that excited me, that I could create, that I created on my own, and where I could still sorry, the hands
good for you.
Had something to say and spoke to the queer experience, but I felt like it also maybe still be relatable to everybody, that you could cry to and dance to and smile to and enjoy on TikTok if it came across the page.
Well, let's talk about the latest thing that somebody sent me a few weeks ago. It's your new video, 4 on the Floor. Tell us a little bit about the song first before we watch the video.
All right, yeah. So the funny thing is the song and the video are like very different messages. The song itself is actually, I knew I wanted to write something. Okay, well, I started out, 4 on the floor is a term for just kind of like a straightforward beat. Like, think Another One Bites the Dust to anyone who's not as musically minded. It's just, and I was like, as a joke, I was like, I'm going to write a song called 4 on the Floor, and I'm going to have it in 12/8 time, which is more of like a swung sort of feeling. And I'm sure 5 people found it hilarious. But I ended up doing it, and I came up with this riff, and it started to excite me. And at the time, I was coming back into recovery after about a year, not in recovery. Let's just say I'd kind of been in and out for a little while, and so I sort of made the subject matter of the song was sort of about the frustration, but necessary surrender of coming back in. So.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That gives me an entirely new perspective on these lyrics. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate the vulnerability of sharing that with us today.
No, yeah, of course. If I didn't have that part of my life, I wouldn't have anything to write about. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, let's take a look at what that part of your life has given us all. Let's bring this video in and take a look, everybody. This is 4 on the Floor. Which is get that set there, and then I'm going to go full screen on this one. Let's watch this.
Ooh, yeah. Here we go, baby.
Well, I can't pay for my therapy, so instead I guess I'll go dye my hair. We don't need another white boy who's got way too many feelings to share. No, I can't bore. No, I should keep it to myself. Worse than before. I'm just a danger to my health. Oh my God, it's hitting me like a rocket. When it stays in my home. There's no pill, there's no prescription that could tell me not to miss him. I've grown back in the red, being alive I can't afford. Emotional debt, spend all you're trying to ignore. Oh my God, Just what I was looking for on the floor.
Boom.
Boom, indeed. Oh, so good.
I got so happy watching that again.
Me too.
Oh.
So many beautiful people in the video. Zee, tell us how it came to be.
Well, I mean, I knew I had to do a video, even though, thank you, Lisa. So I knew I had to do a video just because that's just sort of how it is these days, and I know I need more content. But like, I don't particularly love being on camera if I don't have to be.
Okay.
I will if I have to be, and if I'm gonna be, I might as well, do the best I can. But I was very excited by the idea of just having people send in videos. So a friend of mine or acquaintance of mine who is a very they are this very genderqueer, full-figured, beautiful person just sent me a video of them dancing to it in their room, and I was like, this should be the music video. I said that like kind of, and then I was like, you know what? Why couldn't this be the video? So I just to test the waters out, I put up a Facebook status and Instagram story, just being like, hey, if you would like, I am taking submissions for plus size hotties of any gender expression or identity, because the more I thought of it, I was like, I don't see a lot of plus size representation where they are just existing
Right.
joyfully. There definitely are cases of things where it's like the song is like, ooh, yes, girl, junk in the trunk, own your curves, and like that's great, and there's a place for that. But it's like, in my observation, if they're then going to go and shoot, like a Britney Spears video, they're probably not going to cast the same people.
Sure.
When the subject matter wasn't like specifically about body positivity, so I was like, I'm just going to make this a all plus size cast, and not have the song be about have anything to do with it, and
Right.
just have them exuding joy.
I love it.
And I couldn't have, and I was in it a few times just because I didn't have enough footage.
I wish I would have seen the call beforehand. I would have totally sent in something.
I know. I think I mean, shit, me too, bitch. At least we're here now, so
Yeah, that's
the
right.
sequel.
Listen,
we'll
and
work on the
the cool
sequel.
thing is that's really one of the reasons that I immediately knew that I wanted to invite you on to SideKick Power Hour, because the universe, or the crewniverse as we like to say, that Josh has created with SideKick Productions, with Skeleton Crew, and what we're going to be watching tonight, Demon Doctor and the Art of Blowing It, and more and more, this kind of whole world that's very, very body positive, but in the way that you're describing. It's not like, it's body positive because they're overcoming adversity because of their size or any of that stuff. It's just body positive. This is their lives.
Yes. No, exactly.
Let's take a look. And so we really love the video for that reason, for sure. We're so glad you could join us. What's next for you? What do you got planned in the next few months?
Well, I'm in the I'm glad you can't see this part of the apartment, because it's a mess, because I am packing up to move back to LA from San Francisco. I've been here kind of staying near family during the course of the pandemic, just because LA was a shit show, and work opportunities it just didn't make sense to stay in LA at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to go there. I'm ready to hit the ground running with live shows there. I have some very cool collaborations I'm working on. It's annoying because it's like there's a lot of music being recorded right now, but that's not like the coolest thing to report, because it's like, I don't really know when it's going to be out, but stay tuned.
Right. No, I feel that.
For the most part, I really wanted to, go into more in depth about the video. That's like kind of the most exciting thing I've got going on. I'm going to be part of this queer compilation covers project. I think that's coming out in June.
Nice.
That I don't really know if they've really announced that yet, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about that.
You heard it here first, folks.
Was it? Sorry?
We heard it here first.
Oh, yeah, I know, yeah. They're exclusive. And And I've got like at least an EP's worth of fun fact, Chris Farley's sister was my preschool teacher.
Wow.
Go figure. Wisconsin. So I've got like at least like a long EP's worth of music that I'm like in the process of recording. So I'm just very excited to get back to LA where I can be with my producer in person and we can finish this stuff up.
For sure.
So yeah, I unfortunately I don't have a lot of like tangible things right on the horizon because I've just got like
it's all good
a lot on my plate, but I'm very grateful for that as well. So
yeah, absolutely. And listen, we have one more question before you go.
Yeah.
Who or what is the deadliest horror monster? Every week we ask our audience a question, and so since you're the special guest and you won't be with us at the end of the show, tell us now who or what is the deadliest horror monster?
Oh my god. I will say I am not like a horror aficionado.
Okay.
But what's coming to mind is the it feels like the monster in Stranger Things just keeps getting bigger and bigger every season. Like the fact you find out the Demogorgon from the first season, you think like what the hell, and then you find the next season that's just like one tiny bit of this. So that freaks me out, and I don't see how they're going to be able to deal with anything bigger than what they've already got. So
I know that's a pretty good one though.
I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, that's a really
good choice.
And folks at home, don't forget, you'll get the chance to answer right there. One more time, folks, you can catch up with Zee Machine at Zee Machine Music pretty much everywhere except for Instagram, where he has finally staked his claim as Zee Machine. And I know how that is. There's only two places that I don't have Nakia as
the inconsistency is so like
it's TikTok, which is Nakia TV, and then or Nakia.net, and then what's the other one? Oh, Clubhouse. That's Nakia. Anyway, thanks so much for being here, and we'll definitely let us know if you have any other new music coming your way or our way, and we'll get it out to the folks.
Stay tuned. I would say in the next month or so.
Okay,
nice.
There's some stuff very, very, very close.
Well, thanks again for being here. We'll keep an eye out and talk to you soon.
Of course. Thank you so much.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my goodness!
That was incredible. That music video is so wonderful. It's so uplifting.
It really is.
But it really does take on a whole nother meaning now that I know what. I know what the lyrics are and behind it. I was really listening to them differently this time. It was very fascinating to have that juxtaposition going on. Watching it for this second time.
I agree. So now we're gonna just get right into it. But before we can watch this episode of Demon Doctor, we have to bring in our special guest this week, and of course, we have the one and only Stuart Kiczek, who is here.
Oh, long time no see. How y'all doing?
I know, and we're going to take a look at Stuart's shirt that he's got on.
What? This just, since I'm making a thing of it every week, it's horror-themed t-shirts. This just so happens to be one of my favorite ones. Obviously depicting a show that was very inspirational for this one. And I feel like this episode starts leaning towards that a lot more. And so it felt right.
I agree.
I agree as well, and we're so glad that you're here. And then, of course, we wouldn't be able to have the amazing episode you're about to watch without the one and only Paul Antzoulis, award-winning makeup.
Are you sure that's Paul?
Whoa, bro!
No, that's not Paul.
Whoa,
that's not Paul.
Wow.
Look, hello. I know Paul. That's not Paul.
Wow.
Paul, you're looking a little different today.
Yes, after a long weekend on set of Demon Doctor, these contacts kind of just fused to my eyeballs. So,
I mean, that's better than what I thought. I thought it was jaundice. So,
well,
are you getting enough iron in your diet?
Folks at home, you will have to wait to find out exactly what happened this weekend. But let's get right into this week's episode of Demon Doctor. And
Welder Killer.
Let's don't forget this episode is episode 3, or as we like to call it, Demon Doctor, the First Codex, Volume 3. because that is the official title of the show. So here we go.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I love story.
Play right here. Mercy.
Is that a pun?
Hungry. I got something you can eat.
Uh-oh.
This place was so hard to film nighttime scenes in because every room had a skylight.
I love what you did.
Shooting day for night. What? That poor man.
This looks nothing like our other crime scene.
It's a dead guy missing a body part.
Quite literally nothing.
And look at the body. Look how it's displayed. I mean, this looks like a night of edge play gone
Yeah,
wrong. It does not look like it's been laid out
Yeah.
carefully like a ritualistic sacrifice.
So, Detective, you think this is a victim of your ritual killer?
Well, he does, but he's wrong.
I might not be. I mean, how many creatures are out there that steal a piece of their victim's body?
What did the creature take?
Please, don't encourage him.
What was taken?
His body fat. It looked like it was carved out with a knife.
Is that so?
Okay. For all you know, it could be a diathag gone wrong. I would bet my absolutely useless doctorate that this has nothing to do with the case we are supposed to be working on.
You don't know that. No,
I know that I want to catch Lance's killer, Detective. I want to see them pay, but I am not here to play junior police officer with you.
Of course.
Now, can we please get back to the case we are supposed to be working on? Do you have any news about Lance's murder?
Yes, we have fingerprints all over the place, but it was a nail salon. People put their fingers everywhere.
So that we are nowhere.
Well, we could revisit my original theory.
It is not a ghoul.
On this point, I agree with him, Detective. The energy is all wrong for such a creature.
I should get back to the precinct. Madam Ruby, Derek, I'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye, Detective. Really, Derek? Body fat carved with a knife? You know what he is looking for.
I know what you think he is looking
How
for,
does she
but
know
I don't
what
need
he's
you to
looking
tell him
for?
this. He's got enough fantasies running around that head of his. He doesn't need another one up there.
So, no luck with your little wizard?
He's a demonologist. No,
Wizard.
he doesn't think the two crimes are related.
So what'd I tell you? Now see our boy Herman? He looks like he was rode hard and put away
The actor's
wet.
name is Nicholas
And
Barnes.
then someone cut him open and stripped the body of all the fat.
Fine. You're right. Derek's right. Everyone's right. Happy?
Yeah, I'm a little happy. Captain, what's this?
Blame your partner. He requested all the
Captain,
cold
Captain.
cases related to your most recent case.
These are all people who were killed by having their fat ripped out?
Apparently you were right. There is a history of this happening. In the 1930s.
Wait, what?
Oh, let me guess, another ghoul?
No, definitely not. I checked with my source, Ed, and
That was very nice of her to carry that box all the way.
Get your head out the clouds and get your ass in the gear and find me a murderer. And I don't care if it's a little green man from Mars. I need you to find me something that's flesh and blood that we can slap some cuffs on.
No, hopefully whatever we find has hands we can put cuffs on.
One of my favorite interactions.
He's gonna get fired.
Real smooth.
This is also when you don't have a lot of actors.
Someday
the
someone
captain
will
brings
believe
in
me.
the folder
Yeah, well,
himself instead of
Until that
having
day
an intern
comes,
do it.
have a donut. It won't judge you.
It looks like it's glaring at me.
Why don't you two hash it out in the car? In the meantime, we got a couple people we need to talk to about manicures.
I gotta see a man about dogs. Spot T.
Oh my god, this is like my favorite scene.
Here we go, folks. Here's where it goes crazy. Don't forget, you can stream the first season of Demon Doctor.
Well, thank you for meeting with us, Mr. Barth.
Mr. Barth.
It's just Barth. I don't have a last name.
All right, let's just cut to the chase. We know that you're
I'm sorry. Dr. Giselle doesn't mean to interrupt you. He's here in advisory capacity. He'll remember. Though, you could tell us where you were last Thursday.
I was, working.
And what is it you do?
I'm a private bodyguard.
You got an employer we can contact to verify that?
I do have an employer, but you cannot contact them. My employer likes to emphasize the word private in my job title.
Still, if you could provide us with an alibi for last week.
Do I need one?
I should think so.
Doctor, please.
Your credit card was used at the scene of a murder we're investigating.
Oh, I see. Does that make me a suspect?
Not this time. We just want to interview potential witnesses.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I was working.
Well, all right then. Thanks for your time.
No, thank you. You've alerted me to some potential fraud, but if you'll excuse me, I do need to contact my bank.
All improvised right there.
This is one of my favorite things in the whole season.
You do what you gotta do. Doctor?
I mean, it is a lovely tea set.
It is. It was really hard finding a prop that I needed to after I wrote that.
See, Bart's like sitting very low to the ground.
Whoa!
You used your credit card to pay for my manicure. You great big imbecile. I know that your mother was an ogre, but it does not mean you need to think like one. What is wrong with you? Hi, Bert didn't say we had a
It's a lovely space in Max.
Hi, my name is Morgan. I'm Bart's sister.
Really? I think maybe I should go get the detectives. I think they might have some questions for me.
I really think that's necessary.
Then why were you hiding?
I wasn't hiding.
She wasn't hiding.
I was taking a nap.
She was taking a nap.
Got yourself an echo here.
What can we do for you?
Oh, I forgot my keys, so...
Oh man, remember the audio for this?
All over the place.
Oh, you've got some interesting teacups here, by the way. Where are they from?
Germany.
By which, of course, he means Brooklyn. We got him at a charming little shop. It was a flea market in Park Slope.
Oh, well, those things are just... They're magical. You never know what you're going to uncover. Oh. Would you look at that? They were in my pocket all along. What was I thinking?
What were you thinking? That's the question.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
It was a pleasure, Morgan. Barth?
You needed a team like this in season 2 where you just totally come in and wipe the floor with people with your sass.
I'm pretty sassy in season 2.
Put your hand down, you moron! And go grab my coat.
Where are we going?
Well, since you decided to complicate our lives so much by paying for my manicure with your credit card to the man we were about to harvest, I am forced to seek help from a competent source. So now, we must go see Groblatz. Mind your tone. Go grab my coat.
Yes, Genevieve.
And make sure you grab the one with the hood on it, okay?
Okay.
It makes me look so mysterious.
Of course.
Hey, who do you think you are?
Excuse me. Hey, I am the one doing you a favor. I don't like your tone.
Hey, you better...
No, stop. Back off, all right? I got this.
Handle him.
He's just trying to help.
Thanks. Listen, I need
Look, let me make something clear. All right, you're here on my invitation. I can take that back at any minute. I'll not have you put yourself in danger when you don't have the skill to protect yourself. You got that?
Yeah, that's fine, but listen...
Look, am I clear?
As a crystal ball.
Good. You're glad you hope.
Don't worry about it. I can handle myself. That is, unless you think walking around Williamsburg in the daytime is a little too dangerous.
I mean, depends on what
You think think he was scared?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, let's go get a donut.
Sure thing.
We'll be right back after these minutes.
Oh, hey. How was the flight?
It was great. Thanks for meeting me at the airport.
Uh-oh.
Sir, you look stressed. Would you like a relaxing massage and blowjob?
Yes.
It's like a house of cards, and if I blow the wrong way, it's all just gonna come crashing down.
I'm worried about me and Anthony, Pop.
What's that for?
We're living together. We love each other, but we're just not a team anymore.
I get it. Adulting is really, 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 really hard.
I've decided I know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life.
So you've heard the story about my killer day.
Heard it. I live for it.
I live my life. And I don't think that you could say that about yourself.
I am tired of giving you sage advice only to have you rebuke me.
Last night we played Hide the Rattle, and I still haven't found it.
Oh, this is a gay bar.
I'm Zach. Don't see me at JD, you just sign up.
Why? I mean, hi.
All of you are idiots. Except you. I'll leave you all to figure out who I mean.
I wouldn't lie to him. And I don't see any reason to hide the truth from my friends, family, and loved ones.
I know the owners. Almost arrested most of them at some point. They're a great bunch.
That way of life gets old.
That way of life? Or just you? I guess it's good that I have such a great sense of self-confidence.
I'm looking for a real bear god. Who changed the light bulb in the sex spot? It's way too bright in there.
Don't you remember the good old days of playing male prostitute in the backyard with your buddies?
It's only prostitute now. Gender is dead.
All right, season 5 of Skeleton Crew is coming. We are still working on it because it's that good, and you can help us finish it by making a donation at PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Every little bit counts. It really, really does. I cannot stress that enough. So if you've got $1 or if you've got $10 or 1,000, whatever you got, we'll take. We really appreciate it. And the best thing you can always do to help us spread the word about the Skeleton Crew and Demon Doctor and the Art of Blowing and all things SideKick Universe is share this with your friends and family. Let them know what's going on. And if you're still getting caught up on seasons 1 through 4 of Skeleton Crew, you can head over to SkeletonCrewTheSeries.com. Now let's get everybody back into the scene with us. We did lose Paul for a second. I believe he's back. There he is. Paul, I wanted to go straight to you actually and ask you, we see this trailer for season 5. It reminded me, you have a lot of background scenes in the musical. Did you ever think you would do a musical?
Oh, yes, totally.
Yeah. Well, I do believe that we have some footage maybe that we can throw up here real quick. And
not footage, but we do have a picture, at least.
Okay. Well, there is Paul, Christian Mart, and Ashley, Mark Eugene, and Andrew, all as part of Skeleton Crew. Season 5, that of course is from the musical episode. We can't tell you what it's from yet, but that's a great photo of almost everybody that's in that scene. So very cool. Now, Paul, what did you think about this tonight? Demon Doctor, obviously, this is something you were an award-winning makeup artist for this creature makeup. Tell us how you got started doing makeup.
Just being involved with SideKick and Skeleton Crew, just needing things to make the product better, I just kind of fell into it. It wasn't planned. It just kind of just like, all right, someone's got to do it, and I went ahead and did it. I've been enjoying it ever since.
We're so glad that you did. Now, what do you think your favorite makeup is that you've done?
I think your makeup that I do. It's just very good. I like all the different things I got, all the prosthetics I got attached to it. But Barth is a close second.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Come on.
That's not Barth.
Oh,
that's Barth.
There you go.
Barth.
Those are my two favorite.
That's a rendering of Barth. But yes. Now, Stuart, what about you? What's your favorite Paul makeup?
Mine. Sorry, everybody else. Too bad.
Well,
they're good, but they're not as great as Barth.
Perfectly acceptable.
Everybody's got some. No, there is some great variety. There's a lot of interesting stuff, but I can't help. I love Barth. That's it.
Looks great.
Barth looks great. Grobletz might be the best one though, just because of how much it transforms him. But I think it's because of the hands. I think it's the hands.
To each their own. Every answer is valid.
But we do play with Yakumo's hands in season 2, so that enhances it definitely.
If you are just tuning in, we are watching season 1 of Demon Doctor. We do this pretty much every week. This is our 50th week. We started with seasons 1 through 4 of Skeleton Crew as we've been counting down to the release of season 5. Now we've moved on to Demon Doctor. We've got more stuff for you to come. And now we're going to start the second episode of what we love to call Demon Doctor, the First Codex, Volume 3, Part 2. As they say in TV land, episode 103. Take a look.
Thanks. Yo, they got blueberry there? Whatever you want, bro.
Did you get anybody that car? That car came out of nowhere.
You're alone.
That's the line that you're going to use in me.
Nobody's ever really alone at money shots.
That wasn't a question. It was a statement of disgust.
I mean, does that mean you're here with somebody, or...?
Look, I'm here to get blindingly drunk so I can forget about the sight of my ex-lover's mutilated corpse. If you'd like to join me, then...
Pass.
That's what I
Hey,
thought.
if the shades match the shawl, you know what I mean?
Man, can you believe some of the guys in this place? Total dicks, am I right?
You are right.
Yes.
I
Penis.
got something on my face.
You look like you work with your hands.
Every damn day I'm on construction. Hours suck, but the benefits are great.
If you watched the Blacklist recently, you might have seen this person.
Let this big old belly fool you. Daddy's packing heat, see?
Daddy's packing heat.
It's a big rush. I'm like the perfect mattress. Firm where it matters and soft where it counts.
Yes. You do seem to have what I'm looking for.
Dinner.
How about we step out?
Okay. Up. Our first foray into CGI graphics right here.
Yep.
Get ready.
It looks wonderful.
It does.
Quaint.
Ew, gross. What is that?
How adorable!
Where'd that come from?
It is a mozzarella. So rare in captivity.
I never put together that Christian and Frank were back to back.
Be here. We have work to do.
Mouth. Quit being so protective. I'm just trying to have a bit of fun.
I don't like it. I don't think it's safe.
Sweat. Alright, I don't like sweat.
If we have to be here, it should just be me.
I'm pretty sure the priestess can handle herself. Half ogre.
Cold-blood. You kept me waiting.
Well, time is a human convention I put little stock in.
Oh. Maybe you put little stock in it, but I do not.
What are you, Elon Musk?
Keep me waiting again. Then you'll find yourself among the harvesters.
I do not believe I have anything to offer. Almost found one.
Oh, Bart, come on, I'm just having a bit of fun. Goblet knows I would never really hurt him. Right, Goblet? Not now. Because I need your help with something.
What is it you seek?
So you know my little task, yes?
I know that you
Shit, bitch, everybody knows.
and that only a human's hands may reap the harvest, and yet you seem to have taken on this task yourself.
I was human once. It was sufficient. But it's not the reaping that I need your help with. It is the covering up of the husks that remain.
Actually,
See,
I'm such trouble
I
with
cannot
this scene.
have a trail of bodies in my way.
There was so much exposition she had to get out.
And
And then
put
it came out.
himself on the radar with the police.
Never trust an ogre, even a half one. They will never be quite as capable as a red cap, madam.
Oh, and that is why I am here, Goblet.
Well, I get to boss the half ogre around.
You most certainly will.
If it pleases you, yes.
Excellent.
I'm just.
Oh, I almost forgot. There is one more thing I need to speak with you about.
Get the bucket. It's raining.
Paul had to take
Ease
off,
man. We're in public.
I need it.
Got it. Literally collected
You're gonna give it to me.
I mean, yeah, I am all night long, but just not here.
You don't have a choice.
Don't even think about it. One of these days.
Get out of here. Before I decide that this man is not enough to assuage my appetite.
Right. You heard the man. Let's go. Again with the running. If you're gonna run away from danger. Never towards it.
I told Andrew to do the Naruto run.
Oh, no! Can't you watch where you're going?
Hey, you people ran into me.
You people? What do you mean, you people?
Hey, I know this guy. He just hit me at a bar. What did you do to him?
He needs help. He needs your help. That is why you're here. That is how you're
Okay. Look, I live around here, so just follow me.
Voiceover by Nakia.
So we left back to my place, but on the way there, he grabbed his stomach and groaned. His stomach made the worst noises. Like he'd never eaten before.
Speaking of which,
he pulled me into an alley and he started making out with me. I mean, I tried to get him to stop, honestly. I don't want to be caught in public doing these things.
yo, this is dry. You got any mayo?
I don't care if you were kissing a man. There's nothing illegal about that.
Yeah.
Go on.
He pulled out this massive knife, like a hunting knife, you know? Like in that Rambo film. What's it called?
Rambo?
Not the first one.
It's not the point, Senda.
Yeah, Rambo. That's it. Well, then he tore my shirt off and started cutting me.
Well, the good news is it looks like the wound is not that deep. Should be okay.
It looks like a butcher did it.
Yeah, Derek, you're right. There is no way this is the same guy who killed Lance or the ballet dancer. This is motivated by something primal. Something different.
Hunger.
Yeah. Like a hunger.
No, not like one, detective. It was one. The creature who did this was driven to do it by his need for food. And what it eats is human fat.
Enough with the mumbo jumbo already. The person who did this is motivated by the same thing that all monsters crave: power and satisfaction. Newsflash, they don't have to be creatures of the night to do that. All people eat. All people screw. All people hurt one another. They don't have to be creatures of the night to do that. They just have to be plain, old, ordinary men.
Men suck.
So what do you think did this, Madam Ruby?
She thinks we are dealing with a pish taco.
A fish taco?
A pish taco, detective.
Fish tacos,
Think of it like a vampire who feeds off human fat instead of blood.
But why me? I mean, there were plenty of other guys who were chubbier than me at the bar.
You work in construction, yes?
Yes, of course. That makes all the sense.
Not to me. How do you know he works in construction? I live in the alleys. Some of these alleys are across from construction yards. I have eyes. I like to look at the attractive men. I remember him.
That's my boy.
So, I get rescued by the one guy I find attractive at the bar, and the only ones who find me attractive are homeless and murderers. I need a drink.
Oh no, finish your coffee, dear.
Let's get back to that pistachio.
Pish taco. It's from the South American legend. The Andes region specifically. The peasants there, they viewed obesity as a sign of health and status and wealth. So when a peasant rose above their station, the pish taco, he would punish the peasant by stripping them of that which exemplified their success.
So, fat people were beautiful to these people?
And healthy and successful. They didn't have lobbyists from the exercise and diet industry in the Andes, you see.
So you see why Isaac was targeted. Construction workers are the equivalent of peasants.
I need to read more about this. Can I borrow this book?
Mar.
All right. So, for now, I'm looking for a thick, bearded white man in a black leather jacket with leather boots.
Yeah, there's only about 300 of those in every bear bar in the city, so good luck with that.
All right, Bub, I'm going to call you an ambulance.
Forget it. You people think a taco monster is trying to kill me. I'm better off on my own. You people are crazy.
Taco monster. We gotta find one of those, right, Serge?
It's a pish taco. Why is no one listening to me? And they don't exist.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a good idea that you go home alone.
Look, I told you what happened, and tomorrow I'll find a real cop and tell them about what happened.
Look, I think you should stay.
And for the record, lady, I ain't no peasant. I take home $85K a year. What are you pulling in this dumpy little shop?
You rejected him, didn't you? Well, you really missed out on a Prince Charming.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm still drunk and those are the best dreams, so have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, but what about the...
Borrow the bookmark. If you want to read about pish tacos, go right ahead.
Knock yourself.
They did have pish tacos in Supernatural. They were slightly different, but they were on there, yeah.
Oh, Mark.
Pish taco.
Pish taco. Please, it's pathetic. Pish taco.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about him any longer, you chubby little man. Him or anything else.
One doctor.
Can you write lyrics to the outro?
Demon doctor.
I wasn't in this episode.
Yes, but you're in the starring cast, so you're in all the credits.
Oh, so much fun! That was episode 3 of Demon Doctor Season 1. It is Monday night, SideKick Power Hour. We're getting ready to wrap things up, but before we do, we always ask our fans at home a little question. This week's question is, who or what is the deadliest horror monster? Now, for me, I'm going to just start things off this week, and I'm going to go with it's I've been going backward and forward, but I'm going to pick the Fog from Stephen King, The Fog, because it could kill. You know, it could just take out a whole city at one time. You know, like
Yeah.
You know,
Am I thinking, is it the Fog or the Mist that I'm confusing? Which one?
The Fog is John Carpenter.
Oh, that's sorry, not The Fog. The Mist. Stephen King's The Mist. You're right.
Yeah, The Mist is the one that ends the way it ends.
Yes.
Yes, that's the Frank Darabont film.
The
other
funny
is
one.
John Carpenter.
Correct.
Yes. Funny. Ha, funny you say.
What about you, Paul? Favorite, who or what is the deadliest horror monster?
And for body count, this on-screen monster has been terrorizing moviegoers for over 100 years, and I'm gonna have to go with Godzilla.
Godzilla. That's a very good choice. Let's take a look and see what the folks at home have to say.
Well, we've got one person who's pulling. Lee is talking about the Relic.
Wow,
that is a great creature.
I saw that in theaters.
I did not see it in the cinema, but I saw it in my mother's living room when I was a child. So,
thank you.
Let's see what else. We've got the Plague in the Stand.
Okay, how crazy that the Stand happened and then the pandemic happened like right after it ended.
Lots of things are uncomfortable to watch in the pandemic.
Yeah, for sure. Alien. Jay says Alien.
That guy Jay Bear really knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Anybody else at home, Josh? Oh, Joan Crawford.
I mean, David's not wrong.
Oh, very funny. Very funny.
Cthulhu.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, it doesn't get more classic horror monster than that. Stuart, what about you?
Is man not the scariest horror movie monster of all? Is man not the most destructive force in the galaxy?
Okay.
Psycho
Gorman.
Is that where you're going
Okay.
with this?
I'll go with no. Let's go with Psycho Gorman. I go with Psycho Gorman.
Okay, good for you. And the creature from Cloverfield, that's a great one, CJ. Great one. Any others before we take Josh's answer?
No, that's it. That's
Josh?
it. Oh, it's so difficult.
Is it, Josh?
It is. Maybe Jigsaw.
Deadliest?
I mean, everyone dies in his traps. I don't know.
That's true.
Not true.
Freddy's killed way more than Jigsaw.
Well,
You know,
technically, Jigsaw never killed anyone. So
technically, what I was thinking could also qualify the birds from the Birds.
Oh,
because they were killing a lot of people.
Yeah, I would. I have to. Well, I guess also Dracula. I mean, if you want to go classic, because
that accumulates over time.
That accumulates over time. So
it's a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah. Well, needless to say,
or Satan.
Okay. There's a lot to choose from, and thanks again to everybody for being here this week. I'm really, really excited about next week's episode.
I wonder why.
So much
Of course,
fun.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Thank you, Paul.
Who that is? You're not safe, Josh. That's not Paul. I know Paul. I know him very well. That's not Paul. That's some sort of demon in your house, and I hope you're okay.
Well, thanks again to everybody for real, and also thank you to Zee Machine for joining us tonight. Don't forget,
that was so good.
Check
Oh
out
my
Zee
God.
Machine over on TikTok and Twitter by @Zee Machine, or on Instagram just Zee Machine. So, that's a good one too, Whale Rider. That's a really good one too. We will be back next week, and we will have a really good time. We'll be watching episode 4. We did want to just real quick before we forget, even though she's not at home tonight, we do have a quick message from Ashley to share for you here. Oh, is that really? Okay, great. Well, we're really looking forward to it. Thank you, Ashley. Awesome. Okay, well, travel safe, Ashley. Thank you so much. All things from the SideKick Productions universe. And I thought I was going to forget all my lines. Because it's a body positive show.
I read for the role of Hunter, and
And that's